Sir, sir? Some young man's voice evanesced faceless through a clouded mind. The old man stood lost, frozen, facing the aphotic distant skyline. It was a song. He heard it. Just a song. A song he hadn't heard in quite some time. Definitely older than the young man whose voice retreated away in stirring echoes. It was a song of spring's first kiss, and if the seedling survived summer crucible, became autumn love. Or that's how the song went. Naivety. For him, love was like a snowflake, beautiful, poetic, but frail. Once touched, is no more. A fantasy for wayward wanderers and treasure seekers who sought for the fleeting gem most of their lives just to find they've overshot it, trampled it, let it go, lost it when they lost themselves or had it taken away. Nah, the damn kids. It wasn't a treasure to find or gift dropped from above. It was what you gave, is what you gave each other. Or at least that's how the damn song went. When the old man came through, he was alone. The rain and the days of gray were ushered away by an icy gust of evening gale. And though the sky cleared and the street lamps kindled in sporadic buzzes, the whole of Old Town was bathed in collisionless nocturnal blue. Not a soul haunted the once warm-bodied byways. Wooden creaks and metallic whines chattered in the darkened alcoves and shadowed corners. Old standing brick corpses, buildings that had weathered time and element, were now deemed unsafe, unfit, and waited like lost souls for the judgment, moaning in dire self-reflection the iniquities of the past that needed to be accounted for. Intellectuals would claim it was the order of things. It was the order of all things. The tattered and the dilapidated, the used to useless, had to be brought down to dust. The fate that befell that which is deemed in the way. But no soul knew the order of things. They claimed they knew the order of things, but they did not. For if they knew the order of things, they conclude that the order of things is there is no order. Ceremony and judgment for the invisible, and the invisible was the inevitable, and what was not, and what you see was in fact a lie, and so on, and or whatever it was. How cruel to have lived a long life, to live so long on borrowed time that dragged on hands and knees, to know nothing for sure. But was that song again he needed to know? In his self-reflection of what once was and what should be, he could see through feeble eyes of a bowed head and distorted reflections that rippled upon the puddles. They literally moved downtown. It's not here anymore. A shimmering town of glass towers in the distance, a crown of precious stones, a bombastic array of man's ingenuity and self-indulged achievement, upstaging the heavens and casting all celestial bodies to utter darkness. All heavenly deities except one, the resilient one, first star of evening. What was that song? What was it, that song? We'll meet again, though time is painful. In the sky, we'll embrace renewed as perfect angels. From above you've waited and watched, now we love eternally, without blemish or spot. He didn't give a damn about her halo or wings. He wanted her as she was. He loved her as she was. He loved her imperfect laugh. He loved the gait of her steps. He loved her slight limp. He loved her crooked smile. He loved her gray head and her wrinkled brow. She was already an angel, perfect in every way, perfect as she was, perfect the way she was. It was the blemishes. It was those damn blemishes, the failures, the inadequacies. That's what made her perfect. Anything other than that, anything other than who she was, wasn't her and will never be her, so you can keep your perfume eulogy. It was the idiosyncrasies that made him fall in love with her. Her being clumsy, her snoring, at times boring. She was his song and his first and his only guiding light. First and only star in the dead of night. 20 years since the excruciating extraction of his very soul. No smile to give, no warmth to embrace, no psalm to sing. He couldn't feel. Not a teardrop left. He gave her all his heart, and when she left, she took all of that too. The only pain is the punishment of still living without her. His hourglass felt top heavy, and even if it was one granule left, that one granule was way too much. Every night since he contemplated dangling with the cobwebs. For there's nothing crueler than a long life not worth living, and no hell worse than forgetting. No, wait, what was that? What was I? A specter, deaf, dumb, and blind, existing only to catch a glance of her broken pieces that shattered upon his consciousness and comes in glimpses as she fades away into the clouded mind of a damned old man. That's all. The sun has set. He took a deep breath as he braced against the evening chill, dimly gleaming. He knew the horizon at dusk always fades by dawn's early light.